So today let's try to see that how can we use ChatGPT for analyzing the market in the real time. Okay, so as you can see here, I have opened my this grow platform here. Okay, and I am going to focus on what I invest in. Okay, so here I have this watch list here, and in this watch list I have this Nifty small cap 250 index. Now this is a very important index for me because if I show you my mutual funds, then in my mutual funds I have a lot of my money invested in. Let me show you my portfolio. Okay, let me go to the dashboard. Yes, so let me show you my portfolio here. So here you can see that I have invested a lot of my money, 8 lakh rupees, in this Nifty small cap 250 index. Okay, that is why this index is important for me. And just like this, uh, try to first of all try to know that in what index you have invested. Okay, what kind of market you have invested in, then based on that you can work. So what I'm going to do, I have this small cap 250 index because I invest in the same kind of index fund. So if I open this one, see, this is right now, today is 25th April 2025, and today at 12:46 Indian Standard Time. Okay, today at 12:46 Indian Standard Time, this is the value. This is the point here, 15,515. That is the value of Nifty Small Cap 250 Index. Okay, so what I am going to do here, I am going to analyze this data in real time. Okay, so we can start with hello. So I always advise you to start talking with ChatGPT with hello here. Try to consider ChatGPT as your friend. Okay, today I want to analyze my small cap index, small cap 250 index in real time by sending you the screenshot of latest latest graph. Okay, so that is what I want to do here. Now once again, from time to time ChatGPT do ask you for two type of responses here. Perfect, go ahead and send over the screenshot of your small cap to index graph and I will help the analyze you in real time. Once I see the chart, we can drive in trend analysis, support, resistance level, indicator, whatever you are looking for. Perfect, I am totally up for that. Go ahead and send over the screenshot of the graph 250 index and help you analyze it in real time. So I prefer the first response. It is more in description, it is more in detail. So let's go with this. So that is my response. Now it is asking me for the image here. So what I am going to do, I am going to take the screenshot of this one. So let me take the screenshot like this. Okay, and now we can, okay, let's do one thing here. Let me point out this current point here so that it will know the current point. Okay, so this is the one, and let me take a screenshot. Okay, so now what I am going to do here, I am going to upload my image from the computer. So let me select the image. Okay, so this is the image I have loaded here. Okay, and let me submit, send it. Okay, so it is giving me the response here. Thanks for the screenshot. Here is a quick real-time technical snapshot of what's happening in the Nifty small cap 250 index based on the one-day chart. So it is a one-day chart, that is why. So index value is 15,515. It recognized it properly here. Okay, and it is down by 2.51%, which is a sharp drop for a single day. Now the analysis. So what is the trend here? The overall movement during the day shows a strong downward trend followed by a partial recovery towards the end. Okay, there is a little bit of recovery as you can see here. Okay, from here to here. So that is what it is talking about. Pattern observed. Look like a sharp sell-off in the first half, possibly panic selling or profit booking. Then a rounded bottom formation appears, hinting at short-term buying interest support. The small recovery towards the end of the day indicates intraday buyers stepping in or short covering. What to watch next? Support zone. The lowest point reached today may act as short-term support. If it holds tomorrow, it could lead to a bounce. Resistance. That mini peak towards the end is your first hurdle. A breakdown of above that level tomorrow could turn sentiment short-term bullish. Volatility high today. Okay, so expect choppy moves in the next session too. Would you like me to help mark support, resistance, or trend lines on the image for easier visual analysis? Or are you looking for a more detailed multi-time frame analysis? Okay, so let me share the entire week because today is Friday here. So let me share the entire week of screenshot before continuing this discussion. Okay, so sounds like a plan. Go ahead and send the rest of the week screenshot. Once I have the full picture, we can dive into a more comprehensive trend analysis and see if there are any patterns, key levels, or signal forming the days. So I can select, see in the Grow platform, I can select this 1 week. So now this is the 1 week here. Okay, now in the 1 week, see this week we have seen bullish, okay, sentiment that we are able to see here that in the starting of this week on 21st April it was 15,536 and it has gone all the way up to 15,918. From there it drops. Now the point is whether it will bounce back or not. Okay, so that is the screenshot here. Let me take the screenshot again for 1 week here. Okay, and let me upload it. Okay, so this is the 1 week chart here. Okay, now I have uploaded this one as well. Okay, so this is the 1 week analysis here. So what we can see from 1 week analysis, the index has whipsawed a lot this week. Early gains, mid-week consolidation, and a sharp late-week drop. Weekly changes is just 0.10%. So while the daily chart looked brutal, the week was relatively flat overall. Okay, just extremely volatile. What are the notable observations? Early week rally, we can see strong, steady upward movement, likely based on positive sentiment or economic cues. Midweek range bound, a sideways trend with choppiness indicates indecisions or lack of clear catalyst. Sudden crash, the sharp sell-off towards the end looks like a capitulation phase or reaction to bad news slash event. Okay, bounce from lows. So last leg shows a V-shaped intraday recovery, suggesting buyers stepped in at key support. So that is your interpretation. Volatility spike at the end suggests fear or heavy news driven moves. The bounce from bottom is encouraging, shows buyer protecting the lower range. The flat weekly close despite high drama, possible accumulation at lower levels. Okay, now what this could mean next week. If Friday low holds, We might see a technical bounce early next week. Okay. Watch the previous consolidation zone midweek. That's your first resistance area. Okay. So it is giving you point by point advice here that what we should focus on in our index. If weakness continues, the index might be heading into a short-term correction mode, especially if global cues remains shaky. So wanna move to 1 or 3 month view? No. I want to know about the news and what is happening here. Okay. So you mentioned about some news which might be occurring, which might be causing this. What could be those news news according to you? So this time, because we are asking something with the real world here, okay. So it is telling me about news here. The sharp drop in the Nifty small cap 250 index this week appears to be influenced by a combination of geopolitical tensions, regulatory changes, and a global market factors. Here is a breakdown of the key events. So what are the key events here? So if we talk about India, this is India. There is a geopolitical tension, okay, between India Pakistan diplomatic crisis. A significant factor affecting market sentiment is the recent escalation in India-Pakistan relations. So as we know, because of latest news, okay, there are some issues with India-Pakistan relations. On April 23, there was a terror attack in Falgam, Jammu and Kashmir, resulted in the death of 25 tourists. Okay, India attributed the attack to the resistance front linked to the Pakistan-based group. This particular group. Okay, in response, India took several measures. So, what are the measures India took? Suspended the Indus Waters Treaty. So, this is the important thing. This is what happened here. Expelled Pakistani diplomats and withdrew its own from Pakistan. Suspended visa services for Pakistani nationals. Closed the Atari Wagah border crossing. Okay. Then how Pakistan retaliated, closing its air space to Indian aircraft. Okay. Expelling Indian diplomats. Suspending the Shimla agreement, halting all trade with India. So this is what happened. These developments have heightened geopolitical risk, leading to increased market volatility. Now there is a currency volatility as well between, see you can see this icon here, okay, this icon is between dollar and the yen, Japanese yen, okay. So that is here as well. The Indian rupee has experienced depreciation, failing to break the 85 per US dollar level and slipping to 85.65. This decline is attributed to the aforementioned geopolitical tensions and a sell-off in local markets. The weakening currency adds to investors' concern, particularly affecting small cap stocks that are more sensitive to such macroeconomic factors. Okay, so that is what ChatGPT is telling me. What are the regulatory changes? There are stricter NSE rules for SME. Okay, so NSE stands for your National Stock Exchange, which has implemented stricter regulations for small and medium enterprises. So small cap companies and for the medium cap companies, mid cap companies. Okay, there are regulations by the National Stock Exchange. Okay, aiming to transition from its SME platform to the main board. Key changes include a requirement of at least 1 billion rupees in annual revenue in the year prior to application, profitability in at least 2 of the past 3 years. Promoters must maintain at least a 20% stake and are restricted from reducing it by more than half. Okay. These tighter regulations may impact investor sentiment towards small cap stocks, contributing to the index decline. What are global market factors? US market correction and trade tensions. Okay, the global stock market has been experiencing increased volatility since April 2, following the introduction of new tariff policies by the USA. These policies have led to the significant downturn in global market, including India. The Economic Survey 2025 warns that elevated valuations and optimistic market sentiments in the US raise the likelihood of a meaningful market correction. which could have cascading effect on Indian market. Okay, so there is that as well. Then there are environmental factors as well. Ongoing heat wave. An ongoing heat wave in India and Pakistan with temperatures reaching up to 46.4 degrees Celsius has caused widespread health concerns and agricultural disruption. Such extreme weather events can have economic implications, particularly affecting sectors like agriculture and energy, which are often represented in the small cap indices. That is another reason. Okay. Considering these factors, the Nifty small cap to 50 index decline appears to be driven by a confluence of geopolitical tension, regulatory changes, global market volatility, and investor environmental challenges. Investors may need to exercise caution and closely monitor these developments. So that is the reason. Okay, so that is how you can analyze your indexes. Okay, because I have mainly invested in a small cap index, that is why I showed you the real time analysis of this small cap index. Okay, so this is what you can do with the help of ChatGPT.